forensic photography is a type of photography that we use for judicial purpose. The forensic engineer uses the photography in 3 moments of the investigation. The first moment is the information compilation process. During this process, we try to fix the scene, we try to fix the event or the evidence that we have using the photography. The second moment is when we try to prove or to refute the hypothesis or the investigation line. The third moment is when we are preparing the report. Which kind of camera is the better to do forensic photography? First, we have mobile phones, and with mobile phones we can take pictures, of course. If we have no other option, could be a good option, but this is not the best option. It's only one option if we have no other one. Remember that the mobile phone has a sensor very small and the quality of the lens is very bad. Then it's an option, but it's not the best option. The second option is the compact cameras. The compact cameras are cheap and are small, but the problem is the same. The sensor is very small, has not very good quality, and the quality of the lens is not enough. Third option is the action camera, like GoPro or Sony cameras. This is start to be a good option because the optical quality is enough. Has an advantage. It is possible to record videos in a very good quality and after obtain pictures from these videos. The fourth option is reflex camera. The reflex camera, Canons, Nikon, Sony, are a very good option because the quality of the sensor, the size of the sensor and the quality of the sensor is enough for this type of photography. But the best option today is use the mirrorless cameras. Sony, Panasonic probably are the best. Canon, Nikon probably are the second option. The reason to use mirrorless is because the ISO, the electronic and the software that has this mirrorless camera are the best possible software, and it is possible to modify the ISO, and it is possible to obtain very good image even when the light conditions are bad. Which is the best combination? Best combination is use at the same time or in the same moment a mirrorless camera plus a action camera like GoPro. Taking videos with the action camera and taking pictures with the mirrorless camera together, you can obtain all the image that we will use during our investigation process. What about the lens? We need two types for our mirrorless camera. We need two types of lens. The first type is wide angle. With wide angle, we obtain panoramic view and even close-up view. Probably one zoom 12 or 14 to 24 could be enough. But remember, the lens must be very good, must have a very good quality in terms of sharpness and the brightness. 2.8 is the minimum brightness that we need. The second lens is a wide use lens, like for example 24-70, and with this lens, if has a very good quality, we can use it to do detailed and even microscopic photography. In our laboratory, we will prefer macro lens plus extension tube, and with this lens we can obtain very good microscopic image. What about the accessories? The first accessory that we need is batteries. We need to think in the different batteries, that the number of batteries that we need to spend one day taking pictures. The second element is the the card. I use the best card possible, cards like V30, V60 or even V90, 64 gigas or better, 128 gigas could be enough. Remember that if we have 2 slots for the cards, it's better to use 2 slots and doing copy of one to the other one immediately in order to save the image in case of someone could be damaged. Third accessory that we need is the tripod. Probably we don't need tripod, but sometimes it is necessary to use some tripod to obtain some special image. In this case, we will use fiber carbon tripod with very good angle to move the camera in the position that we need. The illumination is the next element that we need. I don't use normally external illumination because I prefer don't modify the colors of the scene. But if I need a special light because the situation is very dark, remember that you can use flash or you can use external lights. In case of flash, remember that the orbital are better than the normal flash. And in case of external light, it's advisable to use LED lights. The last element that we need to think about is about the back. One back enough for 2 cameras, one back enough for the cameras, the flash and the special lens could be interesting. There are 3 types of elements that we want to fix using pictures. The first one is areas. The second one is damage. And the third one is evidence. Related to the first one, we can use 2 types of pictures. The first one is a panoramic view. In the panoramic view, we want to see all the area together, and taking this in account, we need to take at least 8 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. In this one, we want to take one picture like this, covering this area. In this one, we want to cover all this area. In this one, we want to cover this area. Of course, depend of the type of objective that we have. In this one, we want to cover this area, this area, this area, this area, and this area. So we are able to fix perfectly all the area with this 8 picture. Could be interesting if we take this picture in 1, 2 or 3 levels, depending of if it's possible or not. One level like this one at this 8, one level like this in this 8, and even if we have a stair or we have another tool to take pictures in a higher position, we will take this 3rd picture in this higher position. Referring to areas, remember we have the first one is panoramic view, but the second one is close up. In the close up, we will divide in different sections, depend of the possibilities of our scenario, but it could be interesting if we can take picture in different positions in each one of this part. Remember, panoramic view and close up. Second element in forensic photography from an engineering point of view is damage. We need to fix the different damage that we have. And in damage, we can have two types of pictures. One of them is a detailed picture. In this detailed picture, we can take an image of the damage. And of course, it is necessary to take to reflect perfectly the damage. And we will select the angle in which we can appreciate better the type of damage. For example, we have an element that has the shape. Of course, the first view is this one, is not this one, because in this view it is not possible to appreciate this shape. First one is detailed picture. The second one is microscopic picture. In this microscopic picture, if it's possible, we will do the picture directly in the scene. But if it's not possible to do the picture in the scene, we take the picture with us to our laboratory, and in our laboratory or in the scene, the same, we will need two types of tools. One of them is extended tubes, and the second one is macro lens. For the evidence, it's exactly the same than image. We can have detailed and we can have microscopic image. Remember the difference between damage and evidence. One damage is one element that is in a wrong condition. The condition of this element is not normal. This is a damage. But evidence is, for example, the position of one element of one situation is not abnormal, but this situation take our attention. We have seen in this video the main aspect and the main characteristic of the forensic photography. In the next videos, we will deep in how to take some panoramic view and how to take microscopic pictures.